Welcome back everyone, and today we're taking a look at the Art Figures Dark Furion version 2.0. This is a third-party figure, and box came in pretty nice and svelte, packed pretty well. Decent price, about $180, $190. This definitely does look better than the first version, which I did not have. But seeing as this is one of my favorite franchises, I did have to pick this up, as it looked great online. So taking a look at the inner box art, it does have a nice little flip sleeve, which is magnetically held together. Picture of Riddick right there, played by Vin Diesel. And here's the figure with all the accessories. Of course, mixed media. A little closer look at the pants, the hidden knives, the armor that he wears in Chronicles of Riddick. Riddick himself, good face sculpture. Now here is the base. You do have to really kind of jam in the crotch grabber. It doesn't just kind of slot in fairly easily. So it took me a little while because I didn't want to break anything. But don't fret, if you do kind of really jam it in, it eventually will click in place. So no problem there. Now taking a look at the foot itself, so there's no socks, and so it was pretty interesting to see it this way. You do have to put in the feet, the shoes of the figure, and here is Riddick himself, looking pretty fierce, a nice kind of luminosity to the eyes. Of course, as you can see, the elbow seams are viewable, but depending on the pose, you can kind of hide them pretty well. The overall figure is really well done as far as the details and the tailoring. The costume itself, the only negative that I have is that the legs seem a little too long, and the actual material does constrict the mobility of the legs. I actually wanted Riddick in more of his kind of crouching, kind of feral pose, but was unable to do so without fear of actually ripping or breaking this. So more than likely it'd have to be a standing kind of a pose in order to have this character pose, possibly even kind of museum style posing. This is probably what I'm gonna have him in. I may play around with it a little bit more, but overall, that's basically a pose. And here's one of my a little bit of darker filtering to it. The eyes really pop. It's a really good face sculpture of Vin Diesel. And of course, the figure itself. It'll be interesting to see what else they'll bring. For a third-party company, this is a good value for what you get. There's some decent accessories. Base is pretty straightforward. Looks like Vin Diesel from most angles. The only other negative that I do have, besides the legs being too long and then the material being too constricting, is that you can't really look up and down. He can pretty much move his head from left to right, but actually being able to have him look up and down, you really can't do. Up next is a little bit a few of the details of the armor, which they really did a wonderful job with. There's nice little details on the armor itself, some scrapes, scratches, some knife gouges as well. Again, great figure if you are a fan of Riddick, because more than likely Hot Toys will not be producing this figure. Maybe for the upcoming Riddick 4, who knows if that's popular enough, that might come out. But I think the art figure did a wonderful job with this Furion 2.0. Again, besides the legs, but other than that, for me, it is easily a 7.5 out of 10. Would have been higher, again, only because of the leg problem and being, well, the leg costume being the problem, but basically not being able to bend the legs. But overall, a wonderful addition to the collection, and I do recommend picking it up since it is still a wonderful good price and more than likely still available at your local retailers. Thanks for watching and have a great day.